get that part because it's going to build the left side by placing under my second CBC. Okay, I understand.
You have to understand the flow of volume, right? If I place under Krista 2, the 600, the 300, if I grow these two legs, these two are a part of this 25.
Yep.
This 25 is a part of this 32.
Yes.
This 200 out here by itself isn't built by any of this down here, right? Because these are independent legs.
Mm-hmm.
So for this volume to grow, I have to place on the right side of Mike. I can sponsor by Krista 1, type in Mike's coach ID and pick right side, and that's going to still be a left side diamond for Krista 1, but the volume is on the right side of Mike on the left side of Krista 1.
So it will go. So that's what I was doing. And I felt like it was, so I was typing in like sponsoring by Krista 1, typing in Mike's ID number and having my placement set on right leg. And I don't remember if it wasn't working or someone, maybe Brandy, I don't remember, was like, well, no, it's just going to continue building your left because Mike's on your left. So then was that correct if it's sponsored right leg?
But wait. It's going to continue to build Krista 1's left leg.
Right. But it will also.
But we're trying to also maximize the income to Mike's account by placing on Mike's right leg.
Okay. So I was right. Okay.
Yeah, but you got to place on the right side of Mike in order for you to, you have to understand, these business centers are independent, right? You've got Krista 1, then you've got Mike, and then you've got Krista 2. They all pay independent of one another.
Yep.
They all qualify independent. Everything happens independent. So when I show you volume at Krista 2, that's just Krista 2, and then guess what? Here's how much it's going to get paid based on volume. And then I go look at Mike and I say, here's Mike, here's what it's going to get paid based on volume.
Okay.
Then I look at Krista 1 and I say, here's what it's going to get paid based on volume. Okay. The benefit is, though, is that Krista 1 gets the volume from everything under Mike, both legs, everything under Krista 2, both legs. Right? So, right. But while I'm trying to build Krista 1 to make as much money as I can, I'm also trying to place volume on the left side and right side of Mike to maximize the cycles that happen at Mike, knowing that that is all on the left side of Krista 1. Like Krista 1, it's just left to Krista 1. But under Mike, it's left and right, right? And what I think you're missing is that you're not placing on the right side of Mike, sponsored by Krista 1, placing on the right side of Mike, because it looks like you're confused in the fact that, wait a minute, I'm still building the left side of Krista 1. You are. That's okay. It's not out of whack. It's not strong to the right side of Krista 1. You're still balanced up at the top. But what I'm trying to do is, if I'm going to do the work anyway, I'm just going to say, man, I'm going to sign a coach today. Where should I put her? Right? Well, if I put her on the left side, no matter what, Krista 1 gets left side volume, which is great. I'm balanced. I can build either side. Now I go down to Mike and I say, do I want it on the left side of Mike or the right side of Mike? Well, the left side's strong, so I make nothing on the left side of Mike. So then I go, okay, I'm going to put it on the right side of Mike. Why? Because it's weak and it pays me $18 to Mike, plus I get volume at Krista 1. Hey, can you guys hold 1 second?
Yep.
Go ahead, Wendy. You can talk for a second. I just got to see what you say.
Yeah. No, you're good. So, Krista, I know we were talking about this before, right? Like you were totally building, and I think that's what you were doing. You were putting everything under Mike's left leg, right?
No, well, that's the thing. I stopped doing that because I started getting so confused that now when I place, just because I was trying to go 10, now I've just been doing Krista 1, sponsored by Krista 1. So I could build, hopefully, right here, that $18 spot. That's what I've been doing this whole time. So, like, I put a couple girls in my second CBC, but like even today I'm on 4 business builders. Finally, December 2nd, I was like, let's bring them in. But I was like, okay, so 2 of them are already in my main because one was a discount coach that she's on my right leg. Okay. So does that make sense? So Krista 1, right leg. And then Brittany is Krista 1, right leg. So I was hoping to still get that and then go back to my 10 star. Okay. So now I'm just trying to flood my my right to go back to my 10 star bonus. And I'm hoping to do that by January. So then the rest of the year, January, February, let's be realistic here. Yeah. So then the rest of the year I can really take away from this call. That's why I wanted to record it. Cause I'm like, but so my question with this is, to get this leg, it has to be, I log into my Krista 1, and then under placement ID, I write Mike's placement ID, and then preferred placement is right leg.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
And that's what I was doing. And I think I got scared, or I think something happened where I was like, okay, I'm doing it wrong, because I'm building, which again, I'm building my left, but I wasn't making sense. I was still building his right.
I'm with you. Yeah. No, I get that. That makes sense. So one of the things we're looking at, and this is kind of not a sidebar, I mean, this is all part of this, is looking at your right leg, Krista.
Yep.
Who are your diamonds over there? And here's why, or who are your leaders, like your builders on your right leg?
Kate Smith, who's in 1-star quals.
Okay.
Kristen Silver she was a lifetime 1-star. I don't know what she's doing. She is like spiraling backwards with anxiety.
If I'm not mistaken, like she's back at Emerald, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, if that. Yeah.
Right. Or coach.
Yeah. Claiming to get her diamond back. She's one of my anxiety ones. So Kate Smith is moving and cruising. Jackie O'Leary.
Kate Smith. Okay.
Jackie O'Leary is pushing back for to get to 1-star. Jennifer Havel was a lifetime 1. She went backwards. I don't know why I'm attracting all these anxiety, depression people, the same thing, but now she's pushing for 1 and back to 2. She wants to hit 2 in 2021.
Okay.
So she's my like SC12, like she's a lot of like, takes a lot to like get her back mental wise. So I'm always just on her. Like the other day I was like, hey, I know we're not pushing for a goal, but just letting you know, like you did drop. And she was like, oh shoot, sorry. Just because we're not pushing, I just haven't. And I'm like, okay, no, you always have to be on top. Like,
yeah.
So, but she's at SC12. So I'm like, she has the stuff. She just needs to get back mentally.
Okay.
So Kate Smith, Jackie O'Leary, Jennifer Havel are my 3.
Those are your 3 strong ones on your right.
Yeah. That like Jen hardly ever drops. She's wanting to continue with Star Diamond. I don't even, what other diamonds are over there? I can't remember right now. I think that's it.
You had, so Jen, you had Kate Smith, which you just mentioned. Savannah went backwards as well.
Yeah, I don't know. She's not even active. Her husband deployed. They just moved her by herself across this. I'm not trying to like,
no.
I like push her, but I'm like, I don't even want you to quit because I'm like scared. I think I told you her parents like both committed suicide. Didn't I tell you that?
Yes, you did. Okay, which one was that? That was Savannah?
Yes, I'm not kidding. I don't know why I'm attracting these people. I'm like, what is?
Okay.
Why are we all suffering from anxiety and depression right now? It's time to be happy. Let's go. So those are my diamonds, everyone. Yeah. So she's on my right.
Okay.
But she did say come January, she's like looking to like get back. But my strong actual moving, no depression, anxiety, and mental problems are Kate, Jackie, Jen.
Okay. Got it.
Leah is on my left. Chelsea's on my left. Shannon's on my, those are all my strong, but they're on my left.
Yeah. But what about Leah? So Leah went backwards as well on your left.
She's having an issue with her mom.
Okay. All right.
Mom's on Emerald right now, but yes. So January is when they're all planning, since we're not in the 10-star hold, to come back is what they're saying. So I was like, okay. And I didn't want to like bug them when we aren't even in 10-star anyway.
Mm-hmm. Doug, I was just asking Krista where her strongest diamonds were on her left and her right leg.
Who are the left side diamonds? Mike, Krista 2, Shannon, Chelsea, and who else?
Leah.
Yep.
And how to spell it? Because I know it's spelled weird.
Yeah, it's Leigha.
Yeah. Anybody else on the left side?
Mike, Shannon, Chelsea, Leah, Krista 2. No, those are my 5.
Okay. Right side, Jacqueline, Kate, Jen.
Jackie, Kate, Jen. Those are her strong ones right now.
And is there anybody else over there that's coming back?
Kristen Silver and Savannah Wilkes are very coming back, hit or miss. They're the ones going through some stuff, and I'm just like, okay. But that's where I was at 10. And then Brittany Heater, I actually talked to her this morning. She was one. That's how we were an 11-star. And she's very same. I'm not kidding you guys. They all are like the same. So she's very much like postpartum depression with her baby, maybe January, maybe not. And I just said, okay.
Yeah.
And she's on the right side too.
Yes.
Yes. Yep. So that would be, yep.
And what about Teresa? Is Teresa your bestie? She's on your right?
Yep. Teresa's on my right. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, Teresa, So right side, Jacqueline, Kate, Jen.
Mm-hmm.
Kate.
Kristen and Savannah. Where's Teresa?
Teresa is an older coach that's coming back to coaching and wants to like work her business again. So she was diamond. She was diamond in like 2018, held a week. And now she's wanting to like with school and the pandemic get into coaching and really take it seriously. But that's what I was asking Wendy if she counted towards anything because she was a diamond in 2018 for a week. But I know it. She was already.
Yep.
So.
Well, she certainly counts towards 10-star, towards superstar,
Right.
towards all the things.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Diamond.
Okay. So let me send you a picture of what I've scribbled.
So I was telling Wendy, just to make sure we're on the same page, when I want to be placing on Mike's right, I do Krista 1, like I log into Krista 1's account, type in Mike's ID number, and then for preferred placement, I put right leg.
Yes.
That's what I
Okay.
said. Yep.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
So let's close this. Wait, it's here. So this is what I was talking about. And just so you know, my numbers are like estimates. Wendy's are like accurate. Like she actually did the math. I just eyeball it. But directionally, we're accurate. So this is your business today, right? December 2nd, whatever it was, a year ago, January, this is what we drew at the retreat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, 3214 is now 4327. So that's great.
Mm-hmm.
25.2 is now 4002.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Krista 2 is 603 is now 1504.
Right.
So this is why it tells me that for the last year you haven't been placing over here.
Correct.
And Krista, it's not a problem. I just want you to understand that it's another $1,500 a month that could be paying you on the right side of Mike.
Right.
So when you say to me, I want to make more money, we just have to place right. Like seriously. Right. Like placing is the key. So let's very quickly, how do you place? If I want to sponsor by Krista 1 and place on the right side of Mike that I number as spot number 3, what I do is I log in as Krista number 1. Okay. I go to set preferred placement, and now it says advanced placement. You click on that. Okay. You type in the coach ID for Mike and you say right leg, and that'll go boom. It'll put it at the very bottom of Mike's right leg. Those are not, and in your brain you're thinking, oh, but that's an inside leg. I don't want to grow an inside leg. No. This is a pay leg for you. If you were sponsoring me as a coach and you sponsored me by Krista 1 and put me on the right side of Mike, I'm not abandoned. I'm not mistreated by being put in some inside leg. That's not true. You're
right.
putting me on Mike's pay leg that you're going to build for the next 20 years. So for me, that's a great spot to be placed because I know you're going to build under that because it's a weak leg. Okay. So if it's in your brain that you're like misplacing me, that's not true. And for you and your income, this is the best spot. Well, you've got 2 of them. So here's what I did. I always number your legs, spot number 1, 2, 3, 4. And then these dollar amounts show me directionally what these spots are worth. Okay. So right now, if you sign me as a coach and you put me on the right side of Krista 1, well, these legs are balanced, 43 and 27. Those are balanced legs. Okay. The reason I call that a $6 spot is because you're not weak, so you don't make a full $18. You're not strong, so you don't make 0. You make something, right? And all I do is I'm going to add 100 in volume. Well, 100 is a third of 300. 300 is a cycle, right? It's a third. So then I'm going to say, okay, I get a third of a cycle, and I'm somewhere in getting the cycle. So then I'm just going to count it as a third of 18. I don't know where I'm at. I may get 18. I may get 6. I don't know. But I know that it's at least $6. Okay, that's why I come up with $6. It's a third of 18. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the good news is, if I need diamonds on the right side, which I kind of do, then if I place over here, I'm going to get paid something.
Okay.
Okay, so that's good. Now, as I go to the bottom, my spot number 1 is clear down here. Spot number 1 is somewhere I never want to place if I can help it, because all I'm doing is building strong leg, balanced leg.
Yeah.
That's a $6 spot. It pays me the same as this. And there's better spots because these two are sitting here with strong legs, and boom, I go inside and place here. You know, for the next 1,800 volume, right, to get to half of this 4,000, I make $18 at Mike and $6 at Krista too. That's 24. Down here, and again, it's only 300 behind, because, you know, if I had 700 or 800, I'd be half of this.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, I got, you know, 4 cycles or so to give. I make $18 here, nothing, and $6 here for $24. That's why I'm telling you, this is a very lucrative spot. This is a lucrative spot. But by all means, you know, and I'm also paying attention for, like, hey, when I get Krista 3, what am I going to do with her? Well, what I think you ought to be doing is, if I'm building left side diamonds for Krista 1, I'm going to sponsor by Krista 1 right now. I'm going to build the right side of Mike.
Okay.
Why? Because this is weak and I need it to grow. And let's just say that you go sign 4 diamonds and they're all in here, and one of them goes elite. That would be beautiful. Why? Because guess what? Someday this is going to go 2-star and I'm going to get Krista 3. Where am I going to place it? I'm going to place it right here on the right side of 2. Why? Yeah. Because it's going to grow volume for Krista 2 and the left side of Mike that'll be balanced by whatever you're building right now over the long term. Okay, so this is me just kind of seeing the chessboard going, all right, this is where my pieces are going to go. For now, I need pieces here because I'm leaving money on the table every single week.
Right.
So when you tell me you want to make more money, awesome. Go sign a bunch of coaches, get them in here, mentor the crap out of them, and let's grow this volume to pay you more money at Mike. Krista 1 will make more money. It's going to give you left side diamonds.
That's what I was going to ask you. So they're going to show up genealogy-wise on Mike's right, but they're going to come up in my main on my left leg.
They are going to be.
I kind of feel like it's a good spot because to be 15, it doesn't have to be balanced anymore, right?
Well, let me be clear. Everything, this line right here, that's your left leg. Mm-hmm. Everything underneath here, doesn't matter how wide it goes, is on your left leg.
Got it. Okay.
You sponsor by Krista 1 and place on the right side of Mike. It's still under this little line right here. So it's all your left leg. Everything under Mike, no matter where it is on your left leg. Okay? So you just got to get that, because yes, but see, if you sponsor me today and you said, Doug's going to be a coach, I sponsor by Krista 1, I place it on the right side of Mike. It's sponsored by Krista 1. So Doug's name would go right here as a possible diamond on the left side of Krista 1, even though it's on the right side of Mike. If I need right side diamonds, then I have to sponsor by Krista 1, place on the right side, or spot number 2. And then I would go names out here. So to your point, if I'm going into the first quarter now, your goal is income. We're looking at volume, bonus, and 2-star. Volume, I've already told you. If I want to make money based on volume, I'm placing right now on the right side of Mike. Okay? If I'm building for bonus, 10-star, I want the 10-star bonus again. Well, damn, I've got 5 diamonds on the left side. My right side diamonds are my weak diamonds. You have to make a decision. Do I need to go sponsor more by Krista 1, place on the right side, sacrificing the volume, right? Mm-hmm. Chase diamonds on the right side. Or can I take my time, and I write time down here, and put my time into Kristen, Savannah, and Teresa and somehow get 2 diamonds out of that? And if I can't, then I got to sponsor by Kristen 1 and place on the right side, sacrificing the volume.
Well, unfortunately, I've just been doing that. So I have like a handful of girls all on my right.
Sponsored by Krista 1?
Yes, I've just been trying to build my rights. Now
Listen,
they're already there.
that is not unfortunate at all.
That's okay.
It's
Krista.
not. It means you were doing it right, and now you've got other names to add out here.
Yeah.
But what we want to do is, I want to put names out here on the right side. Everyone's sponsored by Krista One on the right side. I need names because my time is going to go into these guys big time because I need 5 diamonds over here in the first quarter to get the 10-star bonus.
Yeah.
Possibly, mostly, what I want is 6 diamonds over here. So the new girls you've signed, plus Kristen, Savannah, and Teresa, your time goes into those guys to see if you can't pop 2 to 3 diamonds.
Yep.
If you think you've got 2 or 3 and you're like, all right, I think I got it. I can get 6 diamonds over here. Perfect. I feel good. Then you're freed up again to sponsor by Krista One, build left side diamonds, placing on the right side of Mike.
Yeah. So I have 2 girls that are both, they're going to be business builders. They're signing up 9-week control freak on the 7th. I'm right now in my mind, which I just want you guys to, I know you can't like it, but kind of confirm, to do the Krista One sponsored by Mike on the right and stick them in that
You
spot.
said it wrong. It's not sponsored by Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Krista One, Mike's ID number, right leg.
So just to be clear, there's 2 things that are important in network marketing. One is the sponsor relationship.
Mm-hmm.
2 is the placement of volume. Those 2 things are key. Those are 2 things that normally you can't change. The sponsor relationship is done. The placement of the volume is done. Okay. The sponsor relationship, that's whose diamond it is. I want them all to be Krista Ones. Why? Because I got a 10-star bonus, I got a 15-star bonus, and I want the credibility to Krista One.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Volume. Now so that's my sponsor. So that's who I'm logged in as is Krista One. Now volume, where do I put it? Well, I'm going to put it based on where I get paid the most. Yes, I'm going to type in the coach ID of Mike, and I'm going to say left side of Mike. That's where I'm placing the volume. The sponsor is Krista One. The placement of volume is on the left side of Mike. Does that make sense? I'm trying to speak very clearly for your recording.
Yes.
Right? And then at some point you're going to say, Doug, I got like 6 diamonds on the right side of Krista One. I've got like potentially, 10, 12 diamonds on the left side of Krista One. And we're going to say, fantastic. Now what? Well, now we go and say sponsor relationship needs to change because now I've got my 15 diamonds coming. Mm-hmm. So now who am I going to sponsor by? Well, I'm going to look at Mike and say, is Mike capping? No, Mike's not. Okay, Mike, stay where you are. Then we're going to head down to Krista 2, and we're going to go say, okay, can we get Krista 2 to 2-star? Okay. If Krista 2 has coaches on both sides that are potential builders, well, then your time would go into those guys. Because, man, if I can get Krista 2 to 2-star with the people that are already there, that'd be fantastic. But I'm not going to sacrifice my chess pieces. Remember the diamonds?
Yep.
I'm handing you 2 diamonds. Where do you put them?
Got it.
Right? And right now where you're putting them is the right side of Krista One, or I'm going after volume on the right side of Mike, sponsored by Krista One.
Yep. I wish we had this call yesterday.
Why? What did you do overnight?
I signed up 2 coaches yesterday, and I put them in.
Sponsored by who, placed where, and why?
Sponsored by, I just was in my second CBC. So sponsored by Krista 2, placed on the right side of Krista 2. So I could try and get my second CBC to 2-star because I have a diamond on my left in my second CBC. So I know that's not a bad thing, but now I'm like, well, shoot.
Well, okay. So the answer to that question is, what do you do? Dude, it's here's the deal. You're the CEO of this world, right? This is your kingdom. The deal is, you get to decide what you're doing. And honestly, let's face it. Every time you place a coach, you're gambling. Like, are they really going to do it? Are they not going to do it? Odds are they're not going to do it. We think they might. Who knows? The fact that you sponsored by Krista 2 and put them on the right side of Krista 2, it's not a big deal. It's actually maybe a good thing because you're right. If you've got a left side diamond on Krista 2, damn, if I can get one of those 2 to pop by mentoring, like they become your best friend along with Kristen, Savannah, Teresa, and all the new girls over there. Like, seriously, it's like, okay.
Well, that was like my plan. So I was like honing in on, I just signed up.
But I'm just going to stop you and say, perfect. You've already done it. It's not a mistake. Okay. But moving forward, I'm going to go more organized.
Okay.
But my point to you is, see this right here on the screen, recruiting, sponsored by who, placed where, and why. Then I have my time. Where am I putting it? Why am I putting it there? Okay. Yep. So your time is important. I'm putting my time into, number one, the right side of Krista 1, anybody over here that's building. Number 2, the right side of Krista 2, anyone over there that's building. Because, dude, if I can get Krista 2 to go 2-star, shit, Krista 3 comes into play. She becomes either a left or a right side diamond to Krista 1. And now it's just one more diamond that's me that I control.
Right.
And odds are it's a left side diamond. So it's a diamond that comes and helps you as you head for superstar in Krista 1, which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to understand, you said my goal is income. Well, I told you there's 3 things in play: volume, bonus, and 2-star. Yep. Volume is the placement and Mike's right leg.
Okay.
Bonus, I got to get 10-star back. 2-star is Krista 2 getting the 2-star to get me Krista 3. You have to decide what's most important. You told me most important is income. If income is most important, then I'm watching this bonus because it's $15,000, right? But I can't get it in the fourth quarter. That's gone.
Right.
I'm headed towards the first quarter. So I actually have some time to kind of mentor these guys on the right side. So I could right now today, sponsored by Krista 1, to start placing on the right side of Mike, chasing volume income, just to spike that income up a little bit while I head into the new year. So it's like,
that's what I was going to do. So, okay, good.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Oh my gosh, this makes so much more sense.
Hey, listen, if I talk to you in 8 months and you still have freaking 200 volume on the right side of Mike, I'm going to fly to wherever you are.
I'm like, all of my diamonds went through an anxiety and depression again, but don't worry.
No. This isn't your diamonds. This is you not placing right. You need to place on the right side of Mike.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's why when you and I talked, and it was so confusing. And then I think I just I don't know why I did it for a little bit, because I was like $18 spot. So then I just got scared and gave up on Mike and started, as you can see, placing, sponsoring by Krista 1 and placing for that $18 spot, which is why that drove up so much, because I was like, I can't go wrong with my right leg. But now, as we get off this call, I'm going to do Krista 1, Mike's ID, and place on the right for the girls coming in.
Yep.
Perfect. As long as you're telling me you've got more than 5 diamond potential over here. If you don't, you got to go build diamonds over here.
Right. I guess I don't know if this is like a dumb question. With the bonus, because I know the 10-star bonus, I received it. It was awesome. But do people make sometimes, like, is focusing on volume over a 10-star bonus a bad thing sometimes? Like, or is that bonus always going to be bigger? Does that kind of make sense? Like, is it bad? Sometimes I'm like.
It absolutely makes sense. And old guard MLMers will tell you always build for volume. Always, always, always. The problem is, let me break out the calculator. Here's what you have to do. Okay, I'm going to assume the 10-star bonus is $15,000. So I take 15,000. Okay. I want to know how many cycles that is. So I'm going to take 15,000. I'm going to divide it by 18. Okay, that gives me a number. Now what I want to know is, but that's quarterly. Well, I want to know how many it is a week. So I'm going to take that number and divide it by 12. So I took 15,000, divided it by 18 to know how many cycles it is. And now I'm going to divide it by the 12 weeks to see how many cycles it is a week. What's it worth to me? So $15,000 10-star bonus is worth 69 cycles a week to me. Well, Krista, how do I get 69 cycles a week? Well, I have weak leg volume of 6,900 and strong volume of 14,000. You don't even have that in your first business center. That's how valuable that bonus is. So that's why when they say, do I build for bonus? Well, and the answer is, you build for volume unless you're close to the bonus. You're close. Like, it's not like you're out of play, right? If you came to me and said I was a 3-star, I'd be like, F it, let's go build volume and let's fix it. But you're sitting at, 7, 8, 9-star. Let's go get to 10-star because the money's too valuable.
Right. Yeah. I just, as you guys know, I just get like frustrated because it's like my income is depending on these people that up and decide they're all going to go through some, and I'm like, what? Wait, what are we doing? So it's like, whoa. So I'm like, if I can somehow control the income still without having
and I would argue, Krista, that you have to, I always tell my kids, you marry who you date. Okay. And what that means is, dude, you're fishing in a pond that's bringing you who you're getting. Like however your social media is, it's attracting a certain type of people. And I'm just going to tell you not to go change everything, but tweak it, make an adjustment, see what your front end of your funnel is doing that's bringing you in people that are, a little sporadic, and see if you can't dial it in somehow. I mean, honestly, it's one of those things that you don't know what does it, but until you change the front end of the funnel, you don't know what's causing it, and it'll just keep happening. And,
Well, and I just had this conversation with my husband because I'm like, what is happening? All the girls coming in, which are good, but they're like quiet and shy. And he's like, well, you attract those people because you're loud and positive and like obnoxious. And so these people are coming to you to kind of be like, well, maybe I could like do, and then they, so I'm like, this is hard.
So you need to find you need the loud and aggressive, and, and that's great. And that honestly, that makes a successful coach. And so it's like, how do you find you? Now, that doesn't mean go disrupt everything you've been doing. It just means, hey, as I'm out on social media, I'm looking like you want to be looking for partners, people that want to run with you, right? And you'll be good. I mean, you just got to tweak things and see what different, outcome happens.
I love it. Well, you guys
we're watching Mike's right side volume. Wendy, if we don't see Mike's right side volume increase in the next 3 months, we're going to do this again.
Hey, Doug, I don't know if you've already sent this. Will you send this to both Krista and I? Because I don't have her one from January, so that would be helpful too. But yes, Krista, girlfriend.
I'm like hanging up and hurrying up and running into my back office. So it's fine.
Okay.
Doug, we love you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're the best. Thank you so much for taking your time, not only for my retreat, but this too. At my retreat, I was like, I need to
Dude, you were like one of the last coaches I've seen in real life. So it's like now all of a sudden you're like meaningful.
Right? I'm like, I was like, well, don't worry. We talked about 10-star. I did that. So now I need a new goal, Doug. Let's go. You talked to me in January. I did it. So now my new goal would be, I'm hoping for.
Dude, your next goal is, so I'll give it to you right now. Your goal is what? Superstar by Summit.
Yep. Superstar.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, then, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No big deal. Whatever.
Writing it down as we speak.
I thought you were going to push me.
Not with my scary coaches. Hold on. Let me go swimming in a different pond in a couple months, and then I'll push it up a little bit.
Exactly.
Love that. Okay.
All right. I hear big things. Krista,
Doug, thank you. Krista, I will send you this recording so that you have it as well. And then let's connect. We'll get the elite numbers and we'll connect here shortly.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Yep. Wendy, we good?
I'm good. Thank you. That was really helpful.
Good. No, I honestly, she's gone.
Hold on. Let me stop the recording. Hold on.